Your daily habits are the foundation of your future success. Change begins with a single step. And that step is taken today. Success doesn't come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. Every day is a new chance to make your life better. The small decisions you make, the habits you develop, and the mindset you choose will determine where you end up. But here's the thing. Improvement doesn't happen by chance. It happens when you take control, make intentional choices, and commit to the process, day by day. In this video, we're going to explore 10 simple yet powerful things you can do every day to improve your life. From taking charge of your morning, to eliminating distractions, and focusing on what really matters. Each action is designed to help you unlock your potential. What if you could make each day count? What if, with just a few simple changes, you could start seeing real progress in your life? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have actionable strategies that can help you become more productive, more focused, and more fulfilled. So let's dive in and start making those changes today. Number 1, wake up early and take control of your day. Waking up early is a decision that separates those who succeed from those who struggle. It is not just about setting an alarm. It is about making a commitment to your own progress. The way you start your morning determines how you live your life. If you wake up late, feeling rushed, overwhelmed, and unprepared, you carry that energy into the rest of your day. But when you wake up early, with purpose and direction, you create momentum. You take charge. You set the tone for success. Most people wake up reacting to life. Their alarm goes off, and the first thing they do is check their phone. They scroll through messages, emails, and social media, letting the outside world dictate their mood. Before they even step out of bed, they have already lost control. But the people who achieve greatness do something different. They wake up early, focused, ready. They start their day with clarity and intention. They understand that the first hour of the day is the most important, and they use it wisely. When you wake up early, you gain something most people never have: time for yourself. Time to grow, time to improve, time to work on the things that matter before the world starts pulling you in every direction. This is when you build discipline. This is when you sharpen your mind. This is when you take control. Think about the most successful people in the world: leaders, entrepreneurs, athletes, visionaries. They do not wake up at the last minute and hope for the best. They do not start their day by hitting the snooze button. They wake up early because they know that success is built on habits. And the habit of waking up early is one of the most powerful habits you can develop. If you want to live an extraordinary life, you cannot do what ordinary people do. Ordinary people sleep in. Ordinary people wake up tired and unmotivated. Ordinary people waste the most valuable hours of the day. But you are not here to be ordinary. You are here to break limits, to rise above, to build a life that inspires others. And it starts with mastering your mornings. The first thing you must do is change the way you see mornings. Instead of viewing them as something to dread, see them as an opportunity. Each morning is a fresh start, a new chance to get better, to move forward, to build the future you want. When you understand this, you will stop seeing the alarm clock as your enemy and start seeing it as your greatest tool. Once you commit to waking up early, the next step is to create a powerful morning routine. What you do in the first hour of your day will determine the energy, focus, and productivity you carry throughout the rest of the day. Do not waste that time. Do not wake up early just to scroll through your phone or sit around doing nothing. Use that time to build yourself. Start with movement. The moment you wake up, move your body. Stretch, do some push-ups, go for a walk, get your blood flowing. This will wake you up and set the tone for an active and productive day. Your energy is everything, and movement creates energy. Then feed your mind. Read something that challenges you. Listen to something that inspires you. Write down your thoughts, your goals, your plans. The first thoughts you put into your mind in the morning will shape your mindset for the entire day. Make them strong. Make them positive. Make them powerful. Another key part of taking control of your morning is planning your day. Do not let the day control you. Control the day. Write down the most important things you need to accomplish. Set clear priorities. When you start your day knowing exactly what you need to do, You eliminate stress and confusion. You move with purpose. You get things done. Waking up early is not about sacrificing sleep. It is about managing your time better. If you are staying up late doing things that do not add value to your life, you are stealing from your future. Get to bed at a reasonable hour. Prepare for sleep by creating a night routine that helps you wind down. Your mornings start the night before, and a well-rested mind is a powerful mind. When you start waking up early, you will notice something incredible. You will feel more in control. You will have more energy. You will be more productive. You will feel a sense of power that most people never experience. This is the power of self-discipline. This is the power of deciding how you live your life instead of letting life decide for you. People will try to tell you that waking up early does not matter. They will say it is not necessary. They will say you can be successful without it. But look around. Look at the people who make an impact. Look at the people who are truly in control of their lives. You will find that the majority of them have mastered their mornings. They do not waste their first hours. They own them. The world belongs to those who take action. The world belongs to those who do what others will not. Waking up early is not just about time. It is about mindset. It is about discipline. It is about taking ownership of your life. It is about proving to yourself every morning that you are committed to becoming better. If you have been struggling to wake up early, it is time to change that. Set your alarm and commit to getting out of bed the moment it rings. Do not hesitate. Do not think about how tired you are. Just get up. The more you do this, the easier it will become. And soon you will not even need an alarm. Your body will be trained. Your mind will be conditioned. You will wake up early because it is who you are. Imagine where you could be a year from now if you made this one simple change. Imagine the progress you could make, the goals you could achieve, the confidence you could build. All because you made the decision to stop wasting your mornings and start owning them. So starting tomorrow, make the choice. Wake up early and take control of your day. Not because you have to, but because you deserve to. Because you are capable of more. Because your life is too valuable to waste. And because every great success story begins with a single decision, the decision to rise. Number 2, exercise daily. To build strength and clear your mind. Exercise is not just about looking good, it is about being strong, feeling alive, and having the energy to take on life's challenges. When you make daily exercise a part of your routine, you are not just training your body, you are sharpening your mind. You are building discipline, resilience, and mental clarity. Most people underestimate the power of movement. They treat exercise like an optional task, something they will do if they have time. But the truth is, if you do not prioritize your body, you are weakening your ability to perform at your best. Your body is the vehicle that carries you through life. If you do not take care of it, everything else suffers. Your energy, your focus, your confidence, your ability to take action. Successful people do not neglect their bodies. They understand that strength is not just physical, it is mental. When you push yourself to exercise every day, you develop a mindset of perseverance. You train yourself to overcome resistance. You prove to yourself that you can do hard things. And that mindset carries over into everything you do. The best time to exercise is when you do not feel like it. When you are tired, when you are busy, when you have every excuse to skip it, that is when it matters most. Because every time you choose discipline over comfort, you are reinforcing a powerful habit. You are sending a message to yourself. I do not wait for motivation, I take action. Daily exercise does not mean spending hours in the gym. It does not mean lifting the heaviest weights or running marathons. It means moving your body with purpose every single day. It means challenging yourself to be better than you were yesterday. Whether it is a simple workout at home, a walk in the fresh air, or an intense training session, the key is consistency. Movement is life. The human body was designed to move. When you neglect movement, you invite weakness, stiffness, and fatigue. But when you make exercise a daily habit, you unlock strength, flexibility, and endurance. You give yourself an edge. You create momentum. Physical strength is connected to mental strength. Have you ever noticed how clear your mind feels after a workout? How your stress fades away? How your problems suddenly seem smaller? That is because exercise does more than strengthen your muscles. It sharpens your thinking. It releases tension. It helps you see solutions instead of problems. When you move your body, your brain releases endorphins, natural chemicals that boost your mood, increase your energy, and make you feel unstoppable. People who exercise daily are not just physically stronger, they are more confident, more determined, and more focused. They wake up with energy, they take on challenges with a powerful mindset. They live with purpose. Think about this: when you neglect exercise, you are not just losing muscle, you are losing opportunities. Every time you choose laziness over movement, you are choosing weakness over strength. You are choosing to stay the same, instead of improving. But when you make the choice to exercise daily, you are making the choice to grow. You are making the choice to become the strongest version of yourself. The hardest part is getting started. Your mind will come up with excuses. I am too tired. I do not have time. I will do it tomorrow. But if you listen to those excuses, they will control your life. The only way to break free is to take action. Do not think about it, just start. Stand up, move your body, take that first step. Once you begin, your energy will follow. Make exercise a non-negotiable part of your life. Treat it like an appointment that you cannot miss. Schedule it in your day. Make it a priority. Because the truth is, if you do not make time for your health, you will be forced to make time for illness. Find something you enjoy. If you hate running, do not run. If you dislike the gym, try bodyweight workouts at home. The best exercise is the one you will actually do. The goal is to move daily, to challenge yourself, to get stronger. It does not matter how you do it. What matters is that you do it. Track your progress. Write down what you did. Keep a record of your workouts. Watch yourself improve. Every extra push-up, every faster mile, every heavier weight is proof that you are getting stronger. And that feeling of progress is addictive. It pushes you to go further. Surround yourself with people who challenge you. If you are around lazy people, their habits will rub off on you. But if you are around people who push themselves, who prioritize health, who refuse to make excuses, you will rise to their level. Find a training partner. Join a fitness community. Put yourself in an environment where growth is the standard. When you exercise daily, you will notice changes beyond just physical strength. Your discipline will improve. Your confidence will grow. Your mindset will shift. You will stop making excuses in other areas of your life because you have trained yourself to take action. Exercise builds momentum, and that momentum spreads into everything you do. People will ask, why do you train every day? Why do you push yourself so hard? They will not understand. But that is because they do not see what you see. They do not feel what you feel. You are not training for them. You are training for you. You are training for your future. You are training because you know that strength is earned, not given. There will be days when you do not feel like it. Days when you are sore, busy, or unmotivated. But those are the most important days to train. Because when you show up, even when it is hard, you are proving to yourself that you are unstoppable. That is what separates the weak from the strong. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to be? Do I want to be someone who is weak, tired, and unmotivated? Or do I want to be someone who is strong, energized, and full of life? The answer is in your actions. If you want to be strong, train like it. If you want to be energized, move your body. If you want to be disciplined, exercise daily. Every time you work out, you are not just improving your body, you are building your character. You are developing the ability to push through discomfort. You are proving to yourself that you have control over your own habits. That discipline will change every part of your life. The best version of yourself is not built by chance. It is built through effort, through consistency, through showing up every single day, even when it is hard, through deciding that you will not settle for average. Make a commitment right now. Decide that from this moment forward, you will exercise every single day. No excuses, no waiting for motivation, no negotiating with yourself. Just action, just progress, just strength. Because when you commit to daily exercise, you are committing to something greater than just fitness. You are committing to a mindset of growth. You are committing to a life of strength, energy, and power. and that is a decision that will transform every part of your life. Number 3. Read something valuable to expand your knowledge every day. Reading is one of the most powerful habits you can develop. It expands your thinking, sharpens your mind, and gives you an advantage over those who ignore it. Every day you are either growing or staying the same. And one of the fastest ways to grow is to read something valuable that challenges your mind and strengthens your understanding of the world. Look around you. The most successful people in any field are readers. They do not rely on what they already know. They seek new knowledge every day. They are hungry for wisdom, for ideas, for strategies that can take them further. They do not settle for surface-level thinking. They go deep, they search for answers, they explore perspectives beyond their own. When you make daily reading a habit, you separate yourself from the average person. Most people stop learning the moment they leave school. They believe that education ends with a diploma. But those who truly excel understand that learning never stops. The world is constantly changing. And if you are not learning, you are falling behind. Reading sharpens your mind. It strengthens your ability to think, to analyze, to solve problems. It introduces you to ideas you never considered before. It teaches you how to communicate better, how to persuade, how to lead. A book is not just words on a page. It is knowledge, experience, and wisdom condensed into something you can absorb in a few hours. If you are not reading, you are missing out on a lifetime of lessons. Every great mind, every great leader, every great thinker has left behind their knowledge in books. They have already made mistakes, learned the hard lessons, and figured out the solutions. Why spend years struggling to figure things out on your own, when you can learn from those who have already done it? Knowledge is power, but only if you use it. Reading is not about collecting information. It is about applying what you learn. Every time you read, ask yourself, how can I use this? How can this knowledge improve my life? Do not just read for entertainment. Read for growth. There are two types of people in this world. Those who consume meaningless content every day, social media, gossip, distractions, and those who seek wisdom. The difference in their lives is massive. One group is always entertained but never grows. The other is constantly learning and improving. Which one do you want to be? If you read for just 30 minutes a day, you will gain insights that most people will never have. You will develop a level of understanding that will set you apart. You will start to think differently, see opportunities where others see obstacles, and find solutions that others cannot. Your mind is like a muscle. If you do not challenge it, it weakens. But if you push it, stretch it, fill it with powerful ideas, it becomes stronger. And the stronger your mind is, the better decisions you make. The better decisions you make, the better your life becomes. Make reading a daily habit. Do not wait until you feel like it. Do not tell yourself you are too busy. Successful people make time for learning because they understand its value. If you do not schedule time for growth, distractions will steal it from you. Start with books that inspire you, books that challenge your thinking, books that teach you something practical. Read biographies of great leaders, books on personal development, business, history, psychology, anything that expands your understanding of success and life. If you want to improve your finances, read books on wealth. If you want to build discipline, read books on mental toughness. If you want to lead, read books on leadership. Whatever you want to master, there is a book filled with knowledge that can help you get there faster. Reading is not just about learning facts. It is about developing new ways of thinking. It is about training your mind to see patterns, to recognize opportunities, to avoid mistakes. The right book at the right time can change the direction of your life. If you say you do not like reading, that is not an excuse. You have simply not found the right book yet. Find something that interests you. If reading feels slow, start with audiobooks. Listen while you drive, while you work out, while you walk. Make learning a part of your daily routine. Do not just read passively. Take notes. Highlight key ideas. Write down what stands out to you. Reflect on what you have learned. Knowledge without action is useless. The goal is not to read the most books. It is to apply what you learn. One book can change your mindset. One chapter can give you an idea that transforms your business, your career, your relationships. One sentence can shift the way you see the world. That is the power of reading. The people who win in life are those who know more, and those who know more are those who learn more. The world rewards those who seek knowledge. It opens doors for those who invest in their minds. If you want to earn more, learn more. If you want to have better relationships, study communication. If you want to grow, expand your thinking. Everything you need to become successful has already been written down. The question is, will you take the time to read it? Most people will not. They will say they are too tired, too busy, too distracted. And that is exactly why they stay stuck. They are not willing to do what it takes to grow. But if you are serious about success, you must develop a hunger for learning. Imagine where you could be a year from now if you committed to reading something valuable every single day. Imagine the knowledge you would have, the insights you would gain, the wisdom you would apply. That one habit alone can change everything. Every day you choose to read, you are choosing to invest in yourself. You are choosing to rise above average. You are choosing to equip yourself with the tools to succeed. Success is not about luck. It is about preparation. And reading is one of the greatest forms of preparation. It prepares you for challenges, for opportunities, for the future you want to create. Do not leave your growth to chance. Be intentional. Make reading a non-negotiable part of your day, even if it is just a few pages. Commit to it. Because every page you read is a step forward. Every idea you learn is a tool for your success. The world belongs to those who are willing to learn. Those who seek wisdom will always be ahead of those who do not. The difference between where you are now and where you want to be is knowledge. And the easiest way to gain knowledge is to read. Number 4. Plan your day in the morning for maximum productivity. Planning your day in the morning is one of the most effective strategies for setting yourself up for success. It's not just about writing down a to-do list. It's about taking control of your time and ensuring that you use every moment to move toward your goals. When you take the time to plan your day each morning, you're creating a roadmap for productivity and efficiency, allowing you to approach the day with purpose and clarity. We've all had those days when we wake up feeling a bit lost, not sure where to start or what to prioritize. It's easy to get distracted by emails, phone calls, or unexpected interruptions. But when you make planning a morning habit, you eliminate the stress of figuring out what to do next. You create a sense of direction and focus right from the moment you open your eyes. This simple practice can change the trajectory of your day and your life. When you plan your day in the morning, you're making a conscious decision to prioritize your most important tasks. The key to productivity is not simply doing more, but doing the right things. It's easy to fill your day with small, low-priority tasks that don't move the needle on your bigger goals. But by taking a few minutes in the morning to identify your top priorities, you ensure that you're focusing on what truly matters. Whether it's a big project at work, a personal goal, or a commitment to your health, planning your day helps you stay focused on your long-term objectives. The act of planning also helps you manage your energy more effectively. We all have times in the day when we feel more alert and energized, and other times when we feel sluggish or distracted. By planning your day with this in mind, you can allocate your energy to the tasks that require the most focus and attention. For example, if you're a morning person, you might want to tackle your most important or challenging tasks right after you wake up, when your mind is sharpest. On the other hand, if you tend to feel more energetic in the afternoon, you can reserve your less demanding tasks for the morning. Planning allows you to match your energy levels with the work you need to accomplish, ensuring that you stay productive and avoid burnout. Another benefit of planning your day is that it helps you avoid decision fatigue. Every time you have to decide what to do next, you use up mental energy. By having a plan in place, you eliminate the need to constantly make decisions throughout the day. Instead of wasting time deciding whether to check your emails or work on a project, you already know what needs to be done. This streamlines your workflow and allows you to stay in a state of flow, where you can focus on executing your tasks without constantly shifting gears. By planning in the morning, You create a mental framework for your day, which allows you to be more efficient and effective. The key to successful planning is to be intentional about what you include in your schedule. When you plan your day, think about the most important tasks that will have the biggest impact on your life. These are the tasks that align with your values, your goals, and your long-term vision. Don't waste your time on tasks that don't bring you closer to where you want to be. Make sure your plan is aligned with your priorities, and be realistic about what you can accomplish. If you overschedule yourself or set unrealistic expectations, you'll only end up feeling overwhelmed and frustrated. Set yourself up for success by focusing on a few key tasks and giving yourself the space to do them well. To make the most of your planning, it's important to break down your larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks. Planning isn't just about creating a broad outline of what you want to accomplish. It's about getting specific. For example, if you have a goal to write a book, don't simply add "write book" to your to-do list. Break it down into actionable steps. Write 500 words, research a chapter, outline the next section, etc. This makes the task feel less overwhelming and allows you to make tangible progress each day. The more specific you are, the easier it will be to stay on track and feel a sense of accomplishment as you complete each task. Another essential aspect of planning is scheduling breaks and downtime. It's easy to think that the more you work, the more productive you'll be, but that's not the case. Overworking yourself can lead to burnout, decreased focus, and lower quality work. By scheduling breaks into your day, you give your mind and body the rest they need to recharge. Take a walk, meditate, stretch, or do something that helps you relax and refocus. These breaks are just as important as the work you do, as they allow you to maintain your energy levels and stay productive throughout the day. Planning your day also gives you a sense of control. In a world that's constantly pulling us in different directions, it's easy to feel like you're reacting to external events rather than proactively creating your day. But when you plan your day in advance, you take control of your time and your action. You stop being a passenger in your own life and start being the driver. This sense of control empowers you to make decisions that align with your values and goals, rather than letting outside forces dictate how you spend your time. The practice of planning your day in the morning also sets the tone for the rest of the day. When you start the day with a sense of purpose, you carry that energy with you throughout your activities. You're less likely to get distracted by irrelevant tasks or unexpected interruptions, because you have a clear vision of what you need to accomplish. It's like setting an intention for the day. When you know exactly what you need to do, you move through the day with focus and determination, rather than feeling like you're drifting aimlessly. One of the most powerful aspects of planning your day in the morning is that it allows you to be proactive instead of reactive. Instead of waiting for things to happen and then scrambling to respond, you take the initiative to make things happen. You set your own agenda and decide how you want to spend your time. This proactive mindset is essential for achieving success in any area of life. When you plan your day, you take control of your destiny and set yourself up for the kind of success you want. It's also important to review your plan throughout the day. Sometimes things don't go as planned, unexpected events come up, tasks take longer than expected, or distractions get in the way. That's okay. The goal is not to have a perfect, uninterrupted day, but to stay flexible and adapt. Review your plan periodically to assess how you're doing and make adjustments as needed. If you're falling behind, prioritize the most important tasks and let go of less important ones. If something unexpected comes up, adjust your schedule to make time for it. Flexibility is key to staying on track and maintaining momentum. At the end of the day, reflect on how your planning went. Did you accomplish what you set out to do? What worked well? And what could you improve? This reflection will help you fine-tune your planning process and make it even more effective in the future. The more you practice planning your day, the better you'll get at it, and the more you'll be able to achieve. Number 5. Eliminate distractions and focus fully on what matters. Eliminating distractions and focusing fully on what matters is essential for achieving success in any area of life. In today's world, we are constantly surrounded by distractions, phone notifications, emails, social media, people, and even our own thoughts. These distractions can pull us away from what truly matters, slowing our progress and making it difficult to accomplish our goals. But focusing on what matters is not just about ignoring distractions, It's about actively prioritizing your time, energy, and attention toward what will move you forward in the most meaningful ways. One of the biggest challenges we face is how easy it is to be distracted. We live in a fast-paced world where information is constantly being thrown at us, and it's all too easy to lose track of what we set out to accomplish. But what separates those who succeed from those who don't is the ability to stay focused. When you can learn to eliminate distractions, you create a space where your true potential can unfold. You tap into a level of productivity, creativity, and clarity that simply isn't possible when you're constantly switching between tasks and responding to every interruption. The first step in eliminating distractions is recognizing them. Take a moment to reflect on what typically pulls your attention away from what you need to do. For some, it's checking social media every few minutes. For others, it's the constant barrage of emails that demand attention. It could even be the noise around you or your own internal chatter that prevents you from staying focused. Identifying your distractions is crucial because it allows you to take intentional steps to minimize them. When you know what is getting in your way, you can put strategies in place to protect your time and energy. One of the most effective ways to eliminate distractions is to set clear boundaries. This applies to both the physical environment around you and the people in your life. Create a dedicated workspace where you can focus without interruptions. Turn off your phone or put it on Do Not Disturb mode during work hours. If you're working from home, set boundaries with your family or roommates, letting them know when you need uninterrupted time. These boundaries protect your focus and allow you to work without constantly switching gears to address outside distractions. If you find that certain websites or apps are major distractions, consider using apps or tools designed to block them during certain times of the day. For example, there are apps that allow you to block social media sites or limit your internet usage to specific periods of time. By eliminating easy access to distractions, you make it harder to fall into the habit of checking your phone or browsing the internet mindlessly. You are taking control of your environment and creating a workspace that fosters deep focus. Another strategy for eliminating distractions is to take control of your schedule. When your day is packed with meetings, tasks, and obligations, it can be hard to stay on track. But by planning your day ahead of time, you give yourself a roadmap for success. When you allocate specific times for each task, you reduce the likelihood of getting sidetracked. You create clear goals and timelines for yourself, which helps you stay on task. Prioritize your most important tasks and give them dedicated time slots in your schedule. When you approach your day with intention, you're less likely to get caught up in distractions that don't serve your long-term goals. Focus also requires mental clarity. One of the reasons we get distracted is because our minds are overwhelmed. We have so many things running through our heads, tasks we need to do, worries about the future, and other concerns, that it's hard to focus on the present moment. To combat this, try practicing mindfulness techniques. Take a few minutes at the beginning of the day to clear your mind through meditation, deep breathing, or simply sitting quietly. This practice can help you center yourself and reduce the noise in your mind, making it easier to focus on the task at hand. The more you practice mindfulness, the better you'll get at silencing distractions in your mind. When you eliminate distractions, you also free up mental energy. Every time you switch between tasks, your brain has to work harder to refocus. This constant shifting of attention leads to mental fatigue, which can make it harder to stay productive. By focusing on one task at a time, you allow your mind to work more efficiently and with greater clarity. Single tasking is a far more effective way to get things done than multitasking, which often leads to mistakes and inefficiency. When you focus on a single task, you give yourself the opportunity to dive deep into it, improving the quality of your work and making faster progress. Another important factor in staying focused is setting clear goals. When you know what you need to accomplish, it's easier to stay on track. Your goals act as a guide, helping you filter out distractions and stay aligned with your priorities. Set specific, measurable, and achievable goals for the day, the week, and the month. Break them down into smaller tasks that you can tackle one by one. The clearer your goals are, the easier it will be to focus your attention on what needs to be done. While eliminating distractions is crucial, it's also important to recognize that distractions are a part of life. They will happen, no matter how hard you try to avoid them. Instead of trying to eliminate them entirely, learn to manage them effectively. One way to do this is by scheduling time for distractions. If you find that social media is a major distraction, allocate specific times during the day to check your accounts. If you allow yourself this time to engage in distractions without guilt, you may find that it becomes easier to resist them during your focused work hours. Managing distractions also means being mindful of your energy levels. Distractions can come in the form of fatigue, hunger, or stress. If you're tired or hungry, your focus will inevitably suffer. That's why it's important to take care of your physical and mental well-being. Get enough sleep, eat healthy meals, and make time for exercise. When your body and mind are well nourished and rested, you'll be able to focus more easily and effectively. It's also essential to limit the number of decisions you need to make during the day. Decision fatigue is real. The more decisions you make, the harder it becomes to stay focused on what matters. Simplify your day by eliminating unnecessary choices. For example, plan your meals ahead of time, set out your clothes the night before, and create routines that reduce the number of decisions you need to make. This will conserve your mental energy and allow you to stay focused on the things that really matter. Distractions often arise when we don't have a clear vision of what we want. If you lack purpose or clarity about what you want to achieve, distractions can easily pull you off course. This is why it's important to regularly assess your goals and ensure that they align with your values and priorities. When you are clear about your mission and vision, distractions become easier to dismiss. You recognize them for what they are, temporary interruptions that have no bearing on your long-term success. One final strategy for eliminating distractions is to create an environment that supports your focus. This could mean eliminating clutter from your workspace, organizing your tools, or choosing a quiet place to work. The environment around you plays a big role in how easily you can stay focused. If your space is chaotic or distracting, it can be difficult to maintain concentration. But by designing a workspace that supports your goals, you create a physical space that reinforces your mental focus. Your environment should serve as a reflection of the work you want to accomplish.
Number 6. Speak with confidence and improve your communication skills. Confidence in your speech is not just about talking louder or using big words. It is about knowing what you want to say, believing in it, and delivering it in a way that makes people listen. Communication is the foundation of success in every area of life. Whether you are leading a team, building relationships, growing your business, or simply expressing your thoughts, your ability to communicate determines how far you go. If you cannot communicate clearly, you will struggle to get people to understand you, to trust you, and to follow your lead. If you want to improve your life, you must improve the way you speak, the way you express yourself, and the way you connect with others. Speaking with confidence is a skill, and like any skill, it can be developed. Many people believe that confidence in speaking is something you are born with, but that is not true. No one is born a great communicator. It is learned through practice, through experience, and through a commitment to improving every single day. If you struggle with speaking, if you hesitate to express yourself, if you feel nervous in conversations, that does not mean you cannot become a confident speaker. It simply means you have not trained this skill yet. The good news is, communication is something you can improve. You do not need to be naturally charismatic. You do not need to be the loudest person in the room. You simply need to develop the right habits, the right mindset, and the right strategies. Because when you learn to communicate with confidence, everything changes. People take you more seriously. They listen to you. They respect your words. You gain influence, and with influence comes opportunity. If you want to become a strong and confident communicator, you must start by understanding what holds most people back. The biggest reason people struggle with speaking is fear. Fear of being judged. Fear of saying the wrong thing. Fear of not being good enough. This fear creates hesitation. It makes people doubt their words, their ideas, and their value. It causes them to speak with uncertainty, to avoid eye contact, to use weak language, and to hold back their true thoughts. But here is the truth. No one starts out as a perfect speaker. Everyone makes mistakes. The difference is that confident speakers do not let mistakes stop them. They do not let fear silence them. They speak anyway. They express their ideas, they refine their message, and they get better over time. If you want to build confidence in speaking, you must stop trying to be perfect. Instead, focus on expressing yourself clearly. Focus on being direct. Focus on speaking with purpose. When you shift your mindset from trying to be perfect to simply being clear, your confidence grows. One of the most powerful ways to improve your communication is to slow down. Many people speak too fast when they are nervous. They rush their words, trying to get through their sentences quickly. But speaking fast does not make you sound more confident. It makes you sound anxious. Confident speakers take their time. They pause when needed. They allow their words to be heard. When you slow down, you not only sound more confident, but you also give yourself time to think, to choose your words wisely, and to stay in control of the conversation. Your body language plays a huge role in how confident you appear when you speak. If you stand with a slouched posture, avoid eye contact or fidget, it sends a message that you are unsure of yourself. But when you stand tall, maintain eye contact, and use purposeful gestures, you command attention. You show that you are comfortable with your words. Your body language and your voice must work together. The way you carry yourself affects the way people perceive you, and more importantly, it affects how you feel about yourself. Your voice is one of the most powerful tools you have. Many people speak with a weak or uncertain tone because they doubt themselves. They soften their words, they use filler words like and they end their sentences with an upward tone that makes everything sound like a question. This weakens their message. Confident speakers use a strong, steady voice. They remove filler words. They end their sentences with a tone of certainty. They speak as if they believe in what they are saying. The words you choose also shape the way people see you. Many people weaken their own message by using hesitant language. Phrases like, "I think I'm not sure," or maybe make you sound uncertain. Instead, use direct and decisive language. Say, "I know," "I believe," or "this is how it is." When you remove hesitation from your speech, people take you more seriously. To communicate with confidence, you must also learn the power of listening. Many people think that good communication is just about talking well, but the best communicators are also great listeners. They pay attention. They make the other person feel heard. They ask good questions and respond thoughtfully. When you listen well, your responses become stronger. Your conversations become more meaningful, and people respect you more. If you want to improve your communication, start practicing every day. Confidence in speaking is built through repetition. The more you speak, the better you get. Talk to more people. Engage in deeper conversations. Challenge yourself to speak up in meetings, to share your ideas, to contribute more. The only way to get better is to do it. Record yourself speaking and listen back. Most people do not realize how they sound until they hear themselves. When you listen to your own voice, you become aware of areas to improve. You notice if you use filler words, if you speak too fast, or if your tone lacks confidence. Awareness is the first step to improvement. Practice speaking in front of a mirror. Watch your facial expressions, your posture and your gestures. See how you present yourself. The more comfortable you become with how you look and sound, the more natural confidence will feel. Read aloud every day. Pick a book, an article, or a speech, and read it out loud with confidence. This helps you train your voice, improve your pronunciation, and develop a stronger speaking rhythm. It also forces you to slow down and pay attention to your tone. One of the fastest ways to build confidence in speaking is to prepare before you speak. If you know you have an important conversation, a presentation, or a meeting, take time to think through what you want to say. When you are prepared, you naturally feel more confident. Put yourself in uncomfortable situations. Growth does not happen inside your comfort zone. If speaking makes you nervous, challenge yourself to do it more often. Speak up in a group discussion. Share your opinion even when it feels uncomfortable. Volunteer to lead a conversation. The more you face discomfort, the faster you grow. Watch and learn from great communicators. Pay attention to how they speak, how they carry themselves, how they engage their audience. Learn from their confidence, their clarity, and their presence. Model what works and apply it to your own style. Confidence in speaking is not just about sounding strong. It is about truly believing in what you say. When you know your words have value, when you speak with purpose, when you remove hesitation, people listen. They trust you. They follow your lead. Every opportunity in life, every relationship, every success is influenced by your ability to communicate. If you want to improve your life, improve your communication. Speak with confidence. Express yourself clearly. Make your words count. Because the truth is this: people who communicate well go further in life. They get more opportunities. They earn more respect. They create stronger connections. They lead. And if you master this skill, so will you.
Number 7. Challenge yourself daily to step out of your comfort zone, to grow and achieve greatness. You must challenge yourself every single day. Growth does not happen by staying within your comfort zone. It happens when you push yourself beyond what you already know. When you step into the unknown. When you embrace discomfort as the path to progress. Most people avoid challenges because they are afraid of failure, of being uncomfortable, of feeling uncertain. But let me tell you this: the very thing that makes you uncomfortable today will be the thing that makes you stronger, smarter, and more capable tomorrow. If you want to reach new levels in your life, you must challenge yourself daily to step out of your comfort zone. It is easy to fall into the trap of routine. We tend to stick to what we know, to repeat the same actions because they feel safe. But safe does not equal success. In fact, safe is where dreams go to die. The more comfortable you become, the less you are learning, growing, or evolving. You become stagnant. You stop progressing. And when that happens, you stop becoming the person you are meant to be. If you are not challenging yourself daily, you are limiting yourself. The greatest accomplishments, the most profound personal growth, and the most successful people all have one thing in common. They consistently pushed themselves beyond their limits. They faced fear, uncertainty, and doubt, but they did it anyway. They did not let their comfort zone hold them back. They stepped into the unknown, and that is how they became exceptional. The key to stepping out of your comfort zone is understanding that discomfort is not something to avoid. It is something to embrace. Discomfort is a sign that you are growing. It is a sign that you are breaking through limitations. When you feel uncomfortable, it means you are on the right path. But so many people stop before they get to the other side of that discomfort. They give up too soon. They let fear take over, and they miss out on the rewards that come from pushing through. The first step in challenging yourself is to make the decision to do it. You must decide that you will no longer let fear hold you back. You will no longer let your comfort zone dictate your actions. Every single day, you must make the commitment to push yourself beyond what you think you can do. This is not something that happens overnight. It takes time, practice, and a mindset shift. But once you make that decision, everything begins to change. The next step is to set small, manageable challenges for yourself. You do not have to do something drastic every day, but you must do something that stretches you. Whether it is making that phone call you have been avoiding, speaking in front of a group, trying something new, or simply tackling a task you have been procrastinating on, make it a point to do something every day that makes you uncomfortable. These small challenges build up over time and lead to massive growth. It is important to remember that challenges come in all shapes and sizes. Some challenges may seem small to others, but they are significant to you. The point is not to compare your challenges to anyone else's. The point is to push your own limits, to do what feels difficult for you. The more you face those challenges, the more confident you become in your ability to handle anything that comes your way. One of the biggest reasons people avoid stepping out of their comfort zone is because they fear failure. They worry that if they try something new and fail, it will reflect poorly on them. But let me tell you this: failure is not something to fear. Failure is part of the process. Every successful person has failed many times. The difference is that they did not let failure stop them. They saw failure as a lesson, not a setback. They learned from it, adjusted, and kept moving forward. When you step outside of your comfort zone, you will fail at times, you will make mistakes, But that is not something to be afraid of. That is how you learn. That is how you grow. It is only when you stop trying that you truly fail. Keep moving forward, even when things do not go as planned, and you will come out stronger on the other side. Stepping out of your comfort zone also means being willing to face the unknown. The unknown can be scary. It can feel like a leap of faith. But here is the truth. The unknown is where all the magic happens. The unknown is where opportunities lie. The unknown is where you discover new parts of yourself that you never knew existed. You will never know what you are truly capable of until you step into that space. Another powerful tool for pushing yourself is setting higher standards for yourself. Often we limit ourselves because we set our sights too low. We set goals that are easy to reach, goals that do not challenge us, goals that keep us comfortable. But comfort does not lead to success. Success comes from setting ambitious goals, goals that make you feel a little nervous when you think about them, goals that stretch your abilities and force you to grow. When you set higher standards for yourself, you are demanding more from yourself, and that will drive you to take action. The real power of challenging yourself is that it builds momentum. Every time you step out of your comfort zone, you gain a little more confidence. You prove to yourself that you are capable, and that confidence carries over into other areas of your life. The more you push yourself, the more you realize that you are capable of so much more than you ever thought possible. This process does not happen overnight. There will be setbacks. There will be times when you feel like giving up. There will be moments when you question whether it is worth it. But here is the truth. It is always worth it. The only way to become who you are meant to be is to challenge yourself every single day. As you continue to push yourself, you will develop resilience. You will learn to embrace discomfort. You will become a person who does not shy away from challenges, but actively seeks them out. You will become someone who does not wait for opportunities to come to them, but creates opportunities through their actions. The rewards of stepping outside your comfort zone are immense. You will discover strengths you did not know you had. You will overcome fears that once held you back. You will build confidence, resilience, and the courage to keep going when things get tough. Most importantly, you will change your life in ways you never thought possible. If you want to achieve success in any area of your life, whether it is your career, your relationships, your health, or your personal growth, you must challenge yourself every day. The life you want is on the other side of your comfort zone. The person you want to become is just beyond the limits you have set for yourself. But you have to be willing to step out, to take the leap, and to face the challenges head on.
Number 8, practice gratitude and appreciate the good in your life. Gratitude is one of the most powerful practices you can integrate into your daily life. It might seem simple, but the act of recognizing the good around you and acknowledging what you have is transformative. Too often, we get caught up in the hustle of life and focus on what we lack, what we want, or what we think we need to feel fulfilled. We live in a world where we are constantly striving for more success, more money, more recognition. But if you do not stop and appreciate what you already have, you will never feel content. Practicing gratitude is not just about being thankful for big accomplishments or blessings, but it's also about recognizing the small, everyday moments that make life meaningful. When you begin to practice gratitude regularly, your entire mindset shifts. You stop focusing on what's wrong with your life and start acknowledging everything that is right. It sounds simple, but the results are profound. The more you express gratitude, the more you train your brain to see opportunities and abundance rather than lack and scarcity. This is not just about saying thank you for the things you have. It's about genuinely appreciating what is around you. Gratitude starts with awareness. It starts with the ability to stop and reflect on what you are grateful for. We are often so busy that we overlook the simple joys that are right in front of us. Take a moment every day to reflect on the things you are thankful for. It could be as simple as having a warm meal, a roof over your head, or a supportive friend. Gratitude does not need to be tied to grandiose things. In fact, the more you practice gratitude for the small things, the more you realize how abundant your life already is. Appreciating the small things, such as a beautiful sunset, the laughter of a loved one, or a cup of coffee in the morning, can bring joy and peace. These moments may seem insignificant,
but they are the building blocks of happiness. And the more you recognize them, the more they will multiply in your life. Gratitude brings clarity. It helps you see the blessings in every circumstance. Even when things don't go as planned, there is always something to be thankful for. It might not be easy to see at first, but when you practice gratitude, you start finding the silver lining, even in difficult times. One of the most powerful aspects of practicing gratitude is that it shifts your focus. When you spend more time appreciating what you have, you naturally focus less on what you don't have. You stop comparing yourself to others. You stop looking for flaws in your own life. And you stop feeling that there is always something missing. You realize that you are enough just as you are. Gratitude grounds you in the present moment, and it frees you from the cycle of constantly wanting more. It allows you to embrace your current circumstances and be content, while still striving to improve. When you appreciate what you have, you become more resilient. Life is full of challenges, but gratitude gives you the strength to overcome them. It helps you put things into perspective and reminds you that everything you go through is temporary. No matter how difficult your circumstances may seem, you can find something to be thankful for in the midst of them. Gratitude allows you to keep going, even when you feel discouraged. It helps you stay motivated and focused on the positive aspects of your life. You might be thinking, but what about the things that are hard? What about the pain and challenges I'm facing right now? This is where true gratitude comes into play. Gratitude does not mean ignoring difficulties. It does not mean pretending that everything is perfect. Instead, it means recognizing that even in the toughest times, there are still things to be grateful for. Maybe it's the support of a friend, or the strength you've gained from overcoming past struggles. Even in hardship, you can find a reason to be thankful. And this shift in perspective has the power to change your entire outlook on life. Gratitude also has a ripple effect. When you express gratitude, it affects not only you but those around you. People feel appreciated when you thank them, and that positivity spreads. When you practice gratitude, you create a culture of appreciation in your life. You begin to notice the kindness in others, the beauty of your surroundings, and the love that already exists in your life. And when you share that gratitude with others, it strengthens your relationships and builds deeper connections. Expressing gratitude deepens your bond with those around you. Whether it's a simple thank you for a thoughtful gesture or a heartfelt note of appreciation, the benefits of practicing gratitude go far beyond just making you feel good in the moment. Research has shown that gratitude has a profound impact on both your mental and physical well-being. People who practice gratitude regularly experience lower levels of stress and depression. They have higher levels of happiness and life satisfaction. Gratitude improves sleep, strengthens the immune system, and even helps lower blood pressure. The act of appreciating what you have reduces negative emotions like envy and frustration, replacing them with feelings of contentment and joy. The beauty of gratitude is that it is a practice anyone can start, no matter where they are in life. It doesn't require special skills, money, or circumstances. It requires only a mindset shift. You can start right now by choosing to focus on the positive aspects of your life. It doesn't matter how small the thing is. If it brings you joy or peace, acknowledge it and appreciate it. Each time you practice gratitude, it becomes easier and more natural. Over time, gratitude becomes a part of who you are. It becomes a habit that shapes your thoughts, actions, and interactions with others. There are many ways to practice gratitude in your daily life. One of the most effective ways is by keeping a gratitude journal. Every day, write down at least 3 things you are grateful for. They can be big or small, simple or complex. The key is consistency. When you make it a habit to write down your gratitude, you begin to shift your mindset. You start looking for the good in your life every day, and that focus begins to change the way you see the world. Another way to practice gratitude is by verbally expressing your thanks to others. Take time each day to acknowledge someone who has made a positive impact on your life. Let them know that you appreciate them. It could be a friend, a colleague, a family member, or even a stranger. People appreciate being recognized for their efforts, and by expressing gratitude, you create stronger relationships and a more positive environment around you.
Gratitude is also powerful when practiced in moments of silence or reflection. Take a few minutes each day to simply sit quietly and think about all the things in your life that you are thankful for. Close your eyes and reflect on the relationships, the opportunities, and the simple moments of peace and happiness that surround you. This moment of mindfulness allows you to ground yourself and find clarity in the midst of life's chaos. One important thing to remember is that gratitude does not mean ignoring the challenges in your life. It simply means choosing to focus on the good, despite the difficulties. You are allowed to feel your emotions, to grieve, to be frustrated, or to struggle. But practicing gratitude helps you keep a balanced perspective. It reminds you that even on your hardest days, there are still blessings to count. As you continue to practice gratitude, you will begin to see your life change. Your outlook becomes more positive. Your relationships deepen. You begin to attract more of what you are thankful for. The universe responds to the energy you put out, and when you radiate appreciation, you invite more abundance, joy, and peace into your life. Gratitude also encourages you to live with purpose. When you appreciate what you have, you become more mindful of how you spend your time and energy. You are less likely to waste time on negative thinking or complaining. You focus more on what you can give, what you can contribute, and what you can create. Gratitude transforms the way you approach every aspect of your life, helping you live with intention and joy. So make gratitude a daily practice. Commit to it. Embrace the good in your life, no matter how small, and watch as your world transforms. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it is a mindset. It is the key to happiness, success, and fulfillment. The more you practice it, the more you will realize that life is already abundant. You have everything you need to create the life you desire, and practicing gratitude is the way to unlock it. Start today, start now, and watch how your life unfolds when you choose to appreciate the good.
Number 9. Eat healthy food to fuel your body and mind. Eating healthy food is one of the most powerful choices you can make for your body and mind. The quality of what you eat directly impacts how you feel, how much energy you have, how sharp your mind is, and how long you live. Far too often, people overlook the importance of proper nutrition, believing that food is just fuel to get through the day, but food is much more than that. It's the foundation upon which your health, your mood, and your success are built. You are what you eat, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually as well. The human body is an incredible machine, capable of performing extraordinary tasks, but like any machine, it requires the right type of fuel to perform at its best. When you feed your body with nutrient-dense whole foods, it functions optimally. You feel energized, focused, and ready to take on whatever challenges the day brings. On the other hand, when you choose foods that are heavily processed, full of sugar, and lacking in essential nutrients, your body suffers. You may feel sluggish, tired, unfocused, and unable to perform at your peak. It's that simple. The quality of your food directly impacts the quality of your life. One of the most significant benefits of eating healthy food is that it provides sustained energy throughout the day. When you eat balanced meals that include whole grains, lean proteins, healthy fats, and a variety of fruits and vegetables, your body has a steady supply of fuel to keep you energized. This contrasts with the energy crashes that come from consuming high-sugar processed foods. When you eat junk food, you get a quick spike in energy, but it is followed by a dramatic crash that leaves you feeling drained and craving more sugar. This cycle can be damaging to your body and can lead to long-term health issues like weight gain, fatigue, and even chronic diseases such as diabetes and heart disease. Healthy food fuels your mind in the same way it fuels your body. What you eat affects your cognitive function, your mood, and your ability to think clearly. Your brain is a complex organ that requires proper nourishment to operate at its best. It relies on a variety of nutrients such as omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals to function properly. Foods like fatty fish, nuts, seeds, leafy greens, and berries are packed with the nutrients your brain needs to stay sharp and focused. When you feed your brain the right foods, you'll notice improvements in memory, concentration, and problem-solving abilities. You will also experience fewer mood swings, better stress management, and a more positive outlook on life. On the other hand, when you neglect your nutrition, your mental clarity suffers. You may experience brain fog, difficulty concentrating, irritability, and even anxiety and depression. Research has shown a strong connection between poor nutrition and mental health issues. Eating nutrient-deficient foods can contribute to mood disorders and make it more difficult to cope with stress. But by making the right food choices, you can improve both your physical health and your mental well-being. Eating healthy is not just about individual meals, it's about creating long-term habits that contribute to your overall health. One of the best ways to make healthy eating a sustainable part of your life is to plan your meals and snacks in advance. When you are prepared, you are less likely to fall into the trap of grabbing unhealthy options when you're hungry or pressed for time. Take some time each week to plan your meals, shop for the ingredients you need, and prep your food in advance. This simple step can save you time and prevent you from making impulsive food choices that don't serve your health goals. Many people struggle with the idea of healthy eating because they think it's too expensive or time-consuming. But eating healthy does not have to be costly or complicated. There are plenty of affordable, nutritious foods available that can fuel your body without breaking the bank. Focus on buying whole foods like grains, legumes, vegetables, and fruits that are in season. These are often more affordable than processed foods and packed with nutrients. You don't need to buy expensive supplements or trendy superfoods to eat well. Simple foods like brown rice, beans, eggs, and leafy greens are incredibly nutritious and can be prepared in a variety of ways to keep your meals interesting and satisfying. Another reason people often struggle with healthy eating is that they believe they have to give up all their favorite foods. But this is not true. Healthy eating is about balance, not deprivation. It's about making more nutritious choices most of the time while allowing yourself the freedom to enjoy indulgent foods in moderation. The goal is not to eliminate all treats or comfort foods from your diet, but to create a healthier relationship with food. When you eat healthy most of the time, you can enjoy the foods you love without guilt or negative consequences. Eating healthy is also about being mindful of portion sizes. It's not just what you eat, but how much you eat that matters. Many people overeat without realizing it, especially when they're eating mindlessly in front of a screen or while distracted. Take the time to savor each bite, eat slowly, and listen to your body's hunger cues. When you eat with intention and mindfulness, you will find that you feel satisfied with less food. You'll also be more in tune with your body's nutritional needs, making it easier to make healthier food choices. Eating healthy isn't just about your physical body, it also impacts your ability to be productive, successful, and fulfilled in other areas of life. When you feel energized and mentally clear, you can perform better at work, in your personal relationships, and in your personal development. Your physical health directly impacts your emotional and psychological health. When you take care of your body, you create the foundation for success in all other aspects of your life. Furthermore, the way you feel physically has a direct impact on your confidence. When you feel good in your body, when you know you are fueling yourself with the right foods, you walk through the world differently. You carry yourself with more pride, more energy, and more enthusiasm. You can't underestimate how much your physical well-being influences your self-image and your ability to go after your goals with vigor. One of the biggest excuses people make for not eating healthy is that they don't have enough time. But the truth is, everyone has time to make healthy choices. It's all about priorities. You don't need to cook elaborate meals every day, and you don't need to spend hours in the kitchen. Healthy eating can be simple and quick. Batch cooking, using a slow cooker, or preparing meals in advance can save you time during the week. Once you develop the habit of planning and preparing healthy meals, it becomes second nature. If you want to fuel your body and mind for optimal performance, start by making small changes. Begin by replacing one processed snack with a piece of fruit or a handful of nuts. Gradually swap out sugary drinks for water or herbal tea, add more vegetables to your meals, and experiment with cooking simple, nutritious recipes. The more you integrate healthy choices into your daily life, the more natural it will feel. Soon, eating healthy will no longer be a chore. It will be a lifestyle. In addition to eating healthy food, it's important to stay hydrated. Water plays a crucial role in digestion, energy production, and overall well-being. Drink enough water throughout the day to stay hydrated and keep your body functioning properly. Dehydration can lead to fatigue, difficulty concentrating,
and a decrease in physical performance. Make drinking water a priority in your daily routine. Ultimately, eating healthy food is one of the best investments you can make in yourself. It's an investment in your energy, your mood, your clarity, and your long-term health. The choices you make today will determine the quality of your life tomorrow. When you start prioritizing your nutrition, you will experience a transformation not only in your physical body, but in your mindset, your confidence, and your overall quality of life. Choose to fuel yourself with the best foods available and watch how it positively impacts every area of your life. Make healthy eating a priority today and reap the benefits for the rest of your life.
Number 10. Reflect every night and learn from your daily actions. Reflection is one of the most powerful tools for personal growth and transformation. Every night, you have the opportunity to pause, take a deep breath, and look back on your day. This simple practice can drastically change the way you approach your life. It allows you to see how far you've come, what you've learned, and what you need to improve. Reflection isn't about beating yourself up over mistakes or missed opportunities. It's about gaining clarity, understanding your actions, and using that knowledge to make better choices moving forward. Too often, we rush through our days without taking the time to process our experiences. We are caught up in the hustle of life, moving from one task to the next without fully understanding how we got to where we are. Reflection gives you the space to slow down, to think critically about your actions, and to assess whether you're moving toward your goals or away from them. This practice helps you learn from your successes and failures alike, which is the key to continuous growth. When you reflect every night, you create a habit of self-awareness. You become more conscious of how you spend your time, the decisions you make, and the impact you have on others. This awareness is the foundation for self-improvement. The more aware you are of your behavior, the more control you have over it. Reflection helps you identify patterns in your actions, both positive and negative, that can guide your future decisions. You can spot the things that work well for you and double down on them, while also identifying the habits or choices that are holding you back. Reflection is not about judging yourself, but about observing your actions without judgment. It's about being honest with yourself and acknowledging where you excel and where you fall short. We all have room to improve, and reflection is a tool that allows you to assess your progress and make necessary adjustments. It's about developing the courage to face your shortcomings and the wisdom to learn from them. By doing so, you avoid repeating the same mistakes and gradually become the best version of yourself. One of the key aspects of reflection is asking the right questions. At the end of each day, take a few moments to sit quietly and ask yourself questions like, what went well today? What challenges did I face, and how did I handle them? What can I learn from today's experiences? These questions can open up a wealth of insight. You might realize that you handled a difficult situation with grace and patience, or perhaps you learned that your reaction to stress could have been more measured. The point is not to criticize yourself, but to gain understanding and clarity. You can also reflect on how your actions align with your values. Are you living according to your principles? Are you making decisions that align with your long-term goals? When you reflect, you allow yourself to measure your actions against what truly matters to you. If there is a disconnect between your actions and your values, reflection gives you the opportunity to course correct. This alignment is essential to living a fulfilled and authentic life. Another important part of reflection is recognizing your emotional responses. Emotions are powerful guides, and they can teach you a lot about yourself. If you felt angry, frustrated, or sad during a particular moment of the day, it's important to understand why. What triggered those emotions? Was it an external situation or something internal that you were already carrying with you? By reflecting on your emotional responses, you can gain a deeper understanding of yourself. You learn how to manage your emotions better, which leads to stronger mental resilience and emotional intelligence. In addition, reflecting on your interactions with others is crucial. How did you show up in your relationships today? Did you listen actively, communicate clearly, and offer support when needed? Reflection helps you identify whether you are showing up as the best version of yourself
in your personal and professional relationships. If there's room for improvement in how you relate to others, reflecting on it can give you the insights you need to make changes. Relationships are at the core of human experience, and when you consciously reflect on them, you can strengthen your connections and become a more compassionate and empathetic individual. Reflection also helps you evaluate your productivity. Did you accomplish what you set out to do today? If not, what held you back? Reflection gives you the opportunity to analyze whether your time management strategies are working or if you need to adjust your approach. It helps you recognize any time wasters, distractions, or procrastination habits that are preventing you from achieving your goals. By understanding these patterns, you can put systems in place to increase your efficiency and productivity moving forward. Reflection is also a powerful tool for stress management. At the end of the day, it's easy to let stress build up and take its toll on your body and mind. But by taking time each night to reflect on your day, you can release that built-up tension. Instead of carrying your stress into the next day, reflection allows you to process it, let it go, and move on. When you're able to reflect with a clear mind, you're better equipped to handle future challenges with calm and composure. This practice helps you build resilience so that you don't let stress control your life. Another key benefit of reflection is that it allows you to track your progress over time. Life is a journey, and sometimes it's easy to feel like you're not making any headway. But when you reflect regularly, you can see how far you've come. You can look back at your previous reflections and recognize the improvements you've made. This is incredibly motivating. When you see the growth in your life, you're inspired to keep pushing forward, to keep learning, and to keep improving. Reflection reminds you that success is built on small, consistent actions, and each day is an opportunity to grow. Incorporating reflection into your routine doesn't have to be time-consuming. It doesn't need to take hours or even 30 minutes. You can start with just a few minutes at the end of each day. Create a peaceful environment where you can sit quietly, reflect, and clear your mind. If you like, you can keep a journal where you write down your thoughts and insights. Writing can help clarify your thoughts and make your reflections more actionable. But if journaling isn't your thing, simply sitting in silence and thinking about your day is enough. Make reflection a non-negotiable part of your evening routine. It doesn't matter how busy or tired you are. Take a few moments to reflect on the day. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Reflection isn't about getting everything right. It's about learning and growing from each experience. And it's about recognizing that every day is an opportunity to become better than you were yesterday. Over time, you'll notice the positive impact of reflection on your life. You'll make more conscious decisions. You'll be more present in your daily activities. You'll strengthen your relationships, improve your emotional intelligence, and increase your productivity. Reflection will help you stay aligned with your goals and values, and it will encourage you to keep improving. It's a practice that helps you learn, adapt, and evolve, one day at a time. In conclusion, reflection is a tool that helps you gain clarity, improve your mindset, and make better decisions. It's a simple yet powerful way to learn from your daily actions and experiences. By making reflection a consistent practice, you position yourself for continual growth and self-improvement. You give yourself the opportunity to learn from your successes and your failures, and you create the space for growth and positive change. Every night, take a few moments to reflect. It will transform the way you see yourself, your life, and your future.